Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Committee that promotes and grows youth leadership, that ensures the future leaders lead from today by educating and inspiring them to soar higher and higher.
Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Committee, the platform that educates, enlightens, inspires, and works young people into leadership from their youth. Young people, your leadership era is today. No longer wait for tomorrow. In our previous sessions, we used the words pressures and pulls to represent forces and factors that exert themselves upon leadership and consequently affect backward moves or motivate leadership to take forward steps. We will focus on these two terms or concepts in this session, and this session is therefore titled Relate with and Reassess Pressure and Pull. Relate with, and we're going to tell you the things to relate with. Relate with and reassess pressure and pull. Let us take a closer look at them. We'll begin by looking at pressures and pulls, their nature. A brief examination of the natures of pressures and pulls that affect our move, either forward or backward. All leaders need to know these two forces and then arm themselves appropriately so they can use them for the benefit of the organizations and also ensure that they are not crushed by these two concepts. Pressures are negative forces that seek to harm, divert, or truncate the efforts of an organization, briefly put. While pulls are more amiable forces or factors that prompt and promote leaders to take forward steps in their own interest or those of the organizations. Let's look at the next point before we go into the basic concepts. Pressures and pulls, their nearness. We have looked briefly at their nature. We want to establish the fact that they are very close to us. It is needful to state the obvious. Pressures and pulls are usually near leaders. They are common leadership elements that leaders have to be aware of and handle to the advantage of the organizations. Neither be over-familiar with pressures, nor be fed up with the pulls. There are times people get fed up with pulls, being pulled by others because of their disposition. Please avoid it. Now let's look at these two terms and their possible effects. We'll start with pulls. Pulls on leadership for forward moves. We want to examine it. There are several things that can pull leadership forward and drive growth and success. Here are a few enunciated by a source that was consulted for this presentation. 1. Vision and clarity. Strong leaders need to have clear visions for the future and communicate them effectively to their teams. This act helps to unify efforts and set a clear direction for everyone to work towards. 2. Continuous learning. Leaders who are committed to continuous learning and personal growth are better equipped to navigate challenges and adapt to changing circumstances. They seek out new knowledge and skills to remain relevant and to inspire their teams. 3. Effective communication. Communication is crucial for leadership and for leadership success. Leaders need to be able to articulate their ideas, actively listen to others, and foster open and transparent dialogue within the organization for good results. 4. Empathy and emotional intelligence. Strong leaders understand the importance of empathy and emotional intelligence in building strong relationships with team members. This promotes forward moves naturally, as beneficiaries could be fired up to greater commitment. 5. Accountability and integrity. Leaders who demonstrate accountability and integrity inspire trust and confidence among their teams, which has the potential to drive a culture of honesty and ethical behavior and forward moves. 6. Decisiveness. Effective leaders are capable of making tough decisions and taking calculated risks. They weigh the available information, consult with their team when needed, and then act decisively to move forward. There is nothing like aversion to innovation or systemic inertia. Number 7, empowering others. Great leaders empower their team members by delegating responsibilities, providing guidance and support, and creating opportunities for growth and development. They trust their employees and foster a culture of autonomy and ownership. This is known for expansion and further moves. Remember, dear viewer, that leadership is a continuous journey, and these are just a few factors that can contribute to pulling leadership forward. Now, let's look at the reverse side, the flip side, pressures on leadership that occasion backward moves. There are various pressures on leadership that tend towards backward moves, and they include the following. 1. Risk aversion. Either by their nature or due to external factors, some leaders may feel pressured to maintain the status quo and avoiding taking risks, which can hinder progress and prevent forward-thinking decisions. 2. Short-term focus. The pressure on leaders to deliver quick results and meet immediate goals can result in decisions and actions that prioritize immediate benefits to the neglect of long-term growth and innovation. This often results in short-term thinking and actions. 3. Stakeholder resistance. Leadership decisions may face resistance from various stakeholders, which can discourage leaders from making progressive moves and consequently make them to promote a backward mindset. 4. Complacency. Leaders may become complacent or excessively comfortable with prevailing circumstances or success, which can lead to a resistance to change and a reluctance to adopt new approaches, ultimately causing stagnation or even a backward move. Organizational culture, that's number 5. Sometimes existing organizational culture may reinforce a backward mindset and exert pressure on leaders to conform to established norms and resist change. 6. Fear of failure. Leaders may face pressure to avoid making bold or innovative decisions due to a fear of failure. This can result in a reluctance to take risk or try new approaches, thus leading to a stagnant or retrogressive mindset. 7. External expectations and market demand pressures. Leaders can face external pressures from competitors, market forces, or societal expectations that favor traditional and conservative practices, These external pressures can influence leaders to adopt backward moves instead of embracing change and innovation. Finally, number 8, lack of support or resources. Leaders who lack the necessary support or resources when they are advocating forward-thinking initiatives may resort to backward moves rather than pushing for progressive change. While these pressures can be influential, effective leaders must recognize them and strive to overcome them in order to ensure progress and drive positive change within the organizations. It's important for leaders to be aware of these pressures and actively work to overcome them by fostering a culture of openness, encouraging innovation, and effectively communicating the benefits of forward-thinking approaches. Leaders can counteract the pressures that tend towards backward moves. Thanks for tuning in. Watch out for 2 remarkable things from YLC very soon. They will be in the direction of our community forum and interactions and the commencement of our webinars. Please like and share this video. Send your comments and reviews to us below or via ylc@gedamconsult.com. See you at the next session.